Welcome to Pod Me If You Can. What have you got for us, Lloyd?
The movie I chose for this week is Deserter, starring Tom Hardy.
Pardon me if you can. Movie reviews.
Set in 1960, a young Englishman played by Paul Fox, mainly driven by adolescent aspirations for adventure, joins the legendary French Foreign Legion. During the grueling training, he befriends Dupont, played by Tom Hardy. A man, like many of the soldiers of the French Foreign Legion, is trying to escape a dark past. The two encounter brutal guerrilla battles in the mountainous terrain of Algeria and endure many hardships. The film culminates in a battle of allegiance and morality. This film is based on the book by Simon Murray titled Legionnaire, which is a biography based on his time during the French Foreign Legion, so it is a biopic piece in a sense. The film was also made, according to IMDb, for $3.5 million, which is really impressive considering that this is a period piece and a war movie. So I gotta take my hands off from the get-go. I was like, okay, it's a low-budget war movie. What's really interesting about Deserter, it's like classical style approach. This movie doesn't bang around with rapid shots and editing. Instead, it takes a very straightforward approach that resembles the great films of the 40s. So, it's just refreshing to see that kind of take on the movie. The battle scenes were very solid and exciting. I wish the training sequences, though, were stronger. Maybe it's because I've got too much of Full Metal Jacket and Tigerland in my head, but when the training sequence began, I didn't feel like I was... it didn't show how hard it was to get to become a Legionnaire. So, I just felt like the film lost a little bit there. Deserter not only delves into the main characters, but it also shows the politics of the battle, mainly embodied through the people the Legionnaires were occupying in Algeria. It does kind of try to bring a moral high ground to it all, but it wasn't central, which was great. It at least showed both sides of the war, which is very rare. The big star of this movie is Tom Hardy. This kid has got it all. His physicality is really impressive. He moves with the action really well. His acting talent is very obvious from the get-go. Unfortunately, I don't know much about the lead star in this movie, Paul Fox. I think the role wasn't great. The main hero was really dull and too perfect, which is always the worst role to play, while Tom Hardy played a character with a dark past and many inner demons, so he had the more intriguing character to play from the get-go. The budget does hurt the film, and they use voiceover a lot. I think the technique of voiceover gets really abused in this movie. I think having the voiceover severed several times in the movie would have helped strengthen the scenes and would have left more of an ambiguity to a lot of the morality the film was trying to project. Also, the main character was just really dull. He was just too perfect, like this typical English boyhood who's just nothing dark about him. He just always takes the moral high ground, and you're always wanting to see Tom Hardy's character. But overall, I really enjoyed Deserter. Again, its big achievement is that this is a $3.5 million movie, and it's a period piece and a war movie, which is really impressive. But the big highlight of this film is Tom Hardy, who's a really impressive acting talent. So if you're a fan of Tom Hardy, I strongly suggest you check out one of his early films. This one in particular that came out in 2002.
Kate Mabley is the female credited lead. Is she in love with Tom Hardy or Paul Fox?
I think it's Paul Fox, and she's stunning. There's two female leads in this, and they're both very beautiful.
All right, cool. They jammed a love story in with the low-budget war movies. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, that's right. It's a bit forced as well. But it at least gives you a breath of fresh air from being situated with all these, military guys all the time. You're like, oh, cool, a beautiful woman for some reason in Algeria.
Fair enough. One to check out, I think. You looking forward to Mad Max?
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. It's got a higher rating, so they're willing to go more brutal with it, which is going to, take out some viewers, like younger viewers won't be able to go, but I think it's going to be awesome.
Cool. We'll probably review it on our podcast, and you can find more of us at www.podmeifyoucan.com.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Check out our podcast at www.podmeifyoucan.com.